Hi folks, Nathan Adlin here with the Fast Lane car. I am way up in the Rockies where it's snowing slightly, but the sun is out. This is Colorado for you. That is the 2017 Mazda CX-5, and coming up next we're going to take it up Gold Mine Hill. That is a 2.5-liter active 4-cylinder engine, puts out 187 horsepower and 185 pound-feet of torque. It's hooked up to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now what's interesting about this engine is it's super high compression, so it has good power, not great power, but good power, and it gets decent gas mileage. This is an all-wheel drive model, and it still averages 26 miles per gallon. I've been averaging 27 miles per gallon, and that's with stop and go traffic in downtown Denver. These are Toyo A36 tires, and the reason I'm mentioning this is actually 2-1 is these are mud and snow, mostly built for the highway. Andre had an opportunity to put these into the deep snow, and they performed very well, and so far on the mud and loose dirt it's been pretty good. Mazda is always proud about their all-wheel drive system, and I have about 5 or 6 inches of snow in this parking lot. I wanna see if this overdrive can handle it. No problem getting going. Traction control is really killing progress though, and it wants me to slow down, and then it really catches me, but no problem getting going. This is pretty amazing. Hey, it did let me finally do a proper donut. I'm not really concerned about the first part of Gold Mine Hill, and I'll tell you why. 5 years ago, Roman and I took the very first Mazda CX-5 with the smaller displacement engine off-road, and it did okay. That was before they did this full restyling. That's before they had the 2.5-liter Sky Active engine, which is much better in this vehicle. Now there is only 7.6 inches of ground clearance, and there is quite a lip on the front end of the vehicle. That means that we're not going to do the final obstacle, even if I think the all-wheel drive system might be able to handle it, which I think it might, but we would literally tear off the chin of the vehicle. It's having no problem right now. A little bit of snow and ice on the ground, very little, so it's moist, but frankly we've just made it to the top. This is where we stop. We kill all the momentum, and then we try to do this turn, and it is a skewed corner with a bit of a ditch, so it will definitely lift a wheel, possibly 2 guys. The only thing in this interior that I have any issues with is this, and it's not the display screen itself, it's the interface. It's non-intuitive. It takes a lot of work to get to where you want to go, so I'm hoping that in the future they'll be able to make this an easier system to use. It's got a little dial down here. I wish it was better. I will say this interior is one of the best I've seen in the industry for a vehicle that costs less than 50 grand. I am truly impressed with what they did, and what it did to me was it forced me to look at the term that I use, refinement, and the reason why I can actually show you back there. Let me show you what I'm talking about now. One of the main issues I actually had with Mazda that I complained about all the time was noise, driving noise, interior noise, echoing, stuff like that. Well, Mazda really took a hell of an approach when it came to combating that issue. Look at this. Normally automakers would put plastic in here. This is all carpeted and it's thick too. It's well padded. That's part of what they did with this very comprehensive upgrade in terms of dealing with noise. We're talking about thicker seals, better sound deadening materials, several things to mitigate interior noise. I have traction control on right now, so as long as everything goes according to plan and I can make it around this corner, which is a bit of an obstacle, I'm going to leave the traction control on. There are no off-road settings in this car. It's all automatic, so other than I didn't like that one bit, I got my foot all the way down, and it doesn't. Alright guys, figured that out a little bit. See if we can do a little bit more. Doesn't like it at all. Interesting. 2 of the main competitors for the Mazda CX-5 would be the Honda CR-V and of course the Toyota RAV4. Now both of those vehicles are good. They do their own thing very well. I really love the new engine that they're using as an option in the Honda. Turbocharging is great, especially up here, but in terms of exterior design, Mazda absolutely kills it. This is one of the best looking vehicles in its class. They put a ton of time and energy into refining it, making it look good. Look, I don't even like red, but this red is fantastic. Everything they've done with the exterior of this vehicle has gone up in class, up in style, up in overall execution. Really truly a beautiful vehicle. So lifting up, really going light on the 2 of the wheels, while the other 2 have traction. Just wasn't enough grip for it to go, so the wheels are spinning a little bit, so I'm gonna try it with a little bit of speed. It stopped a little bit, but it finally decided to keep going. That was fun. I wouldn't say it was easy for this vehicle, but once again a little bit of momentum can get you over those types of obstacles. When you're talking about an all-wheel drive vehicle, it's really built for snow and light dirt trails, so yes, I'm glad I didn't go up the final obstacles and it would have torn off the front and chin without a doubt, so thank you guys for joining me. Now real quickly, this vehicle starts at 24,000 and change. The one we have here fully loaded with the nice interior, the sunroof, and all the other stuff comes out to around $33,000 and change. Now that is expensive, but it is comparable to other vehicles in the class. Thank you so much for joining me for the Fast Lane Car. This is Nathan Adlin, and don't forget to go to tflc.com for news, views, and real-world reviews. See you next time. So a little bit of rain, snow, and erosion has created an obstacle, and it's similar in terms of look to the Razor Bend on Cliffhanger 2.0, but this is Baby Razor, so we should be alright going over it, but it is a bit of an obstacle. He's a cake.